everybody, Elizabeth from Fern Creek Stickers here, and I am here to plan the week of May 24th through 30th. So it'll be really weird. It'll be June almost by the end of this week, which is really hard to believe. So I'll just give you a peek back at how last week turned out. I'm using a freebie to mark my spot here. So you can see, here's Monday and Tuesday from last week. The other days look pretty much like this. So you'll see me put down my base today, but then I will go in, every morning I go in and fill things out, sort of mapping my time out a little bit more, check things off, add things to my to-do list. So this is what kind of a finished day looks like. But today I'll be putting the base down and then I go in and add a lot more to it every day. So what I've got here, so first of all, I have some scripts and icons that I have already pulled and put in my reusable sticker book that I will be using. Then I have the Sunny Days kit. This was available during the pre-sale, so unfortunately it is not available anymore, although I think chances are good that I'll be bringing back a lot of these kits next spring, but that's a long wait. So I have various sheets. I have a couple of sheets from the regular kit as well. Mostly, I want to put dinners in my planner this week, so I wanted the silverware icons. I had this sitting there left over from the pre-sale, so I figured I might as well use it. Otherwise, I don't know that I would make a sheet just to use the silverware icons. And then I've got my weekend habit trackers, which are kind of curling here. And I have my own pre-printed habit trackers on these bottom boxes for every day. And again, since I'm making the stickers for myself anyway, I figure I might as well just go ahead and pre-print my habits. But if you want to do something like this, you can definitely just write them out. You can even put a checklist sticker on the box and then write the habits next to it, or just freehand or use a stencil to make them. So this is something you can definitely replicate even if you're not making your own stickers. And then I have my weekly action items in my Moxie Life Planner. So this kind of gives me the foundation for what I'm prioritizing and putting in for my to-do list. So you can see obviously like these two, oops, somehow I did not put the sticker, hold on a second, I don't know how I missed labeling that category. So you can see though that Fern Creek is kind of the thing that has the most. That's the most I have to get done this week. And then also a few things for my regular job that really is starting to slow down. I still last week was doing several hours a day of work for my regular job. And this week I think that'll slow down quite a bit, which will be good. So yeah, so here we go. We will get started. So I'm going to start by getting sort of the base put down, and so hopefully this won't look too dark. I'll try to up the color when I edit it. I've been recording these on Sunday morning after church. Once again, I left my sheet of my stickers over on the cutting table and needed to go get them. So normally I've been recording these on Sunday mornings after we finish up with church, but my in-laws came today, so I'm not getting around to doing this until Sunday afternoon. Okay, I need to make sure I get the numbers right. Okay, so Monday is the 24th. So they live about 2 hours away, and they wanted to see how progress was coming on our house. And until we move into our house, we don't really have a place for company to stay because our current place is pretty small. So it's, 2 hours each way in one day is a little bit of a drive, but it's not unreasonable. We didn't do it very much before COVID, but then during COVID, we've made it as a day trip quite a few times because we would do like outdoor birthday parties, and so we wouldn't be staying overnight with people. We would just go for the day. So it's definitely doable to drive to Atlanta and back in a day. So we had a really good time today with my in-laws, and we got to show them the progress on our house, and yeah, it was a good time, although it is definitely starting to get hot in Alabama. So let's see. So I know a lot of people like to match the bottom boxes with the top washi, so I make it so you can do that, but I actually like them not to match, so I like to pull one that is a different design to put down here. So I'll go through and do these first for every day because that's pretty straightforward. So our house is continuing to make progress. So it has been a long time coming. I think we bought our property in January of 2018, and then we worked with an architect for a long time. Yeah, I guess it was probably I don't know, a year and a half that we were working with the architect to design the house, and then we finally started building last summer, and it was probably July or August that they really got started on it last summer. So by the time we move in, it'll have been about a year of active building to build the house. But it's certainly been, there have been a lot of things that just kind of stalled. There was the brick was really weird. I don't totally understand what happened, because they got maybe 2/3 of the brick done pretty fast, and then it sat for a couple months before the brick got finished. So there's some weird stuff like that happened, but now things are really moving along. And this past week they were painting, and they got the cabinets pretty much all installed. I guess they're still finishing up the cabinets, because there's some things like the kitchen island, we wanted them to move it a little bit, and right now the counters were just sitting on the ground, so that was pretty easy to do. But yeah, it's really starting to come together and starting to look finished. So there still is a lot that has to finish. They still need to finish painting. All the floors need to go in still. Doing like tile stuff, bathroom fixtures, appliances. So there still is a lot left to do, but it is coming along, and it's really feeling like a house. And and it's really fun to start seeing our decisions come together, because you make all these design decisions kind of independently from each other, and it's nice to start seeing some of it start to come together and realize that everything that you picked out independently is working together well. So that has been very exciting. And it also means too that we still have some choices left to make, so I still do have making house selections on my weekly actions for this week, but we're getting to the end of decisions to make. So I think the things we need to do, well, we picked out a garage door color today, but we just have to email our builder about what color we want, and then we have to pick out fixtures for hardware, so like cabinet hardware, and then also interior door hardware, and we also need to pick carpet. And I know it's kind of unpopular, I feel like, to be wanting to put carpet into our new house, but we're gonna have bamboo in the main living areas downstairs, but then we'll have carpet in the bedrooms. And I don't know, we like carpet, and I feel like my husband and I both like doing things sitting on the floor sometimes, so carpet's way more comfortable, so we do want to have carpet upstairs. Okay, oops, and did I forget to put, yes, I forgot habit trackers on both of these days. So I did get my new planners from Erin Condren, so that is excellent. So I've started playing around a little bit with getting the new format done, but I haven't done very much. So that is something that I will be very serious about this week, getting all the reformatting done on those. Okay, and then I should put down my weekend habit trackers. And sometimes I cover up this with a strip of skinny washi, but the peach coordinates with this, so it doesn't really bother me too much here. Okay, so there is my base. So now I'm going to go back through day by day and start adding in my checklist items and schedules, and I'll try to get everything done for each day. I feel like I keep flipping back and forth a lot, but we'll see how well I can accomplish that. But I guess I should say too, just to kind of explain what I'm doing, if this is your first time watching one of my plan with me's. So I like to divide the to-do list up into different categories for the main things that I need to do. So I have work for my day job, but I don't really need to do my day job during the summer. I do not get paid for my day job during the summer, so there's still stuff that comes up, and I do it because that's kind of how the job works, but it's not what I need to be focusing on, so I'm prioritizing working on my Etsy shop right now. So I divide my to-do list up like this into work, Etsy, and home, and then I'm going to put any scheduled things here and any to-dos that I already know in there. So that's kind of what the next step is, to go through on all of this. So, but anyway, I was saying I got the new planners, so I will be working on getting everything measured this week, and I decided I would go ahead and roll those in with the August monthly releases. So I'll have the daily duo kits and the monthly kits and the notes pages for both July and August, but I'll release those with my big August release. So on Monday, got too many things off to the side of my desk here, so I buried my notepad where I have all of my pre-planning. Okay, so Monday, running is the only thing that is actually scheduled. So for work, I'll need to do emails. And then I've been doing really poorly at, I need to work on revising this paper, and I have not been doing a good job making time for that. Fern Creek has been taking over and some other work stuff, so it's kind of gotten pushed out of the way. So I need to be serious about scheduling time for that this week. And then I will want to fill orders from Thursday and Friday. Orders will get filled. And then I will need to work on designing both the new releases for next week. I need to finish designing and also working on designing stuff for the August release and the new kits. I'm a bit behind on that. Usually I start working on that like a month ahead of the big release, but again, because I just reopened, I'm behind on that, and that's okay. And then I should work on cutting some stickers, and then nothing specific for home. Things might come up there. And then I do want to mark dinners. This is something that I do sometimes, and I like having it in here. So we're gonna have baked beans, which I've already made, so those are leftovers. That's pretty easy. But then I'll want to make cornbread. And then we usually have at least one, usually 2 veggies with dinner, but I usually don't mark those. I kind of wing that and make whatever veggies I feel like doing. So I think that's, oh, I know. And then also I need to mark my social media posts for that day. So these will be scheduled ahead of time, but it just reminds me, and then I know to go look at comments and stuff. So you'll be seeing this daily duo spread and then my plan with me. So that should be everything for Monday. Then Tuesday, yeah, and we'll see. I feel like I've got, this week is a little bit uncertain, so I'm going to put, I guess this isn't unusual that I really heavily get my to-dos all figured out for the first few days of the week, but then it's a little bit looser as I go through the week, because I usually, like, if something else comes up early in the week, then it's good to know that I've got space to deal with it. So that's kind of, I guess, usually how I do schedule my to-dos, but this week has some uncertainty because I will be, I think my second employee will be starting this week, and I also have some new equipment coming for the shop that I really hope will come this week. I do not know for sure if it will, but I really hope it does. And that will, once that comes, that'll be, getting that set up will be a high priority. So just a little bit of uncertainty in how everything is going to shake out, but I will make it work and be flexible. And then also, let's see, I need a ruler. Okay, I have a ruler. I don't know, I have like 50 million Erin Condren rulers floating around and I can't find any of them. But I need to mark, so Danielle, who has started working for me already, I need to mark her work schedule in here. So she'll be working from 1 to 4:30 on Tuesday. And I should say too, whenever I use the rulers like this, the ink I use tends to, if I use it again, it'll smear. So I usually wipe it off with a coffee filter. I use coffee filters for some shop stuff, so I have them upstairs, which is kind of weird, but then I like to clean the ruler off afterwards. But so workout, Danielle's work schedule, dinner, I have sweet potato burritos. Sweet potato, there's only, or potato, you only put the E if you're putting an S. Sweet potato burritos, all right, got it. Okay, and then that day, I have to get the grad students orientation schedule together. This is something that I thought I would have done last week, but for various reasons is taking longer than it should. And then I will also make sure I work on these revisions. Okay, then I'll do any orders from the weekend. Okay, I'm gonna have to make a new release video for the new releases coming out this week. New release listings. And one of my goals for the summer is to get ahead on new releases, so I'm not always doing stuff at the last minute, because that is kind of how things work right now, and that is totally okay. Again, this is as a side job. I'm doing a pretty good job and give myself a lot of grace about that, but there's a lot of things that I really want to get ahead on, and that's kind of why I'm taking this summer to really work on Fern Creek, so I can get ahead on a lot of that stuff. So I think that is what I've got for Tuesday. Wednesday is another running day, and it is starting to get hot here. I think I already said that in this video, but it is very true. It is starting to get hot, so running in the heat is not one of my favorite things, but you just kind of have to deal with it. There's not much you can do about it. So let's see, I'm gonna use these stickers. So I definitely will be using the A5 Daily Duo for next year now, like that I've actually seen it and seen the size. I think it is perfect, and I'm pretty excited. I mean, the 7x9 isn't huge, but I really do like how much the A5, you can just throw in a purse and it's easy to take with you places. So I really like the size of it. So I'll be excited to have the kits ready and start planning in that. I'm not the kind of person who starts planners ahead of time, so I will wait until July to do that. Okay, and then Danielle will work from 2 to 5 on Wednesday. And then on Wednesday night, we have game night. So we are part of a board game group, and that is actually how I met my husband. And so, which is kind of funny. I think it's kind of cute, but yeah, when I first moved here, I went and joined the game group, and he was a member of it, and that is how we met. And let's see, what do I have to do? So this will be, all right, Monday, Tuesday orders, and okay, just work on revising. Wednesday is vacuuming day. And so yeah, so here's where I'm starting to leave things more open. I'll obviously do way more than just orders on Wednesday, but I'm gonna leave this open for now because there is some ambiguity about my week. So that has to happen, but we will see what else does. Oh, and then also I have book club on Wednesday. And we just finished, let's see, gotta mark that, but also be able to see how late Danielle is working. Okay, I guess that doesn't totally work. I will make a little squiggle there. I should have put that in first. So we just finished the book that we're reading, and we have a book of short stories that we read, a few of them in between when we finish books. So we'll talk about some short stories next week while we are all getting our next books for book club. Oh, and then also I have social media, so these will both be new releases. The other thing that I wanted to talk about too was Julie from Julie's Plans did a great video comparing the A5 plum paper and Daily Duos, daily planners. And I think that one of the things that really stood out to me from the video was talking about how there's a lot of things that really, I think especially with the layout, that it just depends on what you need, what makes it better for you. And this planner is so good for me because I really do, for me, a planner with half-hour time slots, that works so well for me. And especially when, if you're familiar with the Pomodoro method, when I do a lot of work for my day job, I work with the Pomodoro method, so I can literally schedule out my Pomodoros on this timetable. So this works so well for me. I love having so much space in the hourly view. But I know that a lot of people, they just don't need that. And so something like the plum paper that has maybe more flexibility works well for them. And with this too, I love being able to kind of divide up the checklist like this. So this layout works so well for me. But like the plum paper daily might be a way better fit for other people depending on what layout they need. So I think there is a lot of it that comes down to preference. The other thing though for me too, I really, really do like the Erin Condren paper, and yeah, I just love how thick and heavy it is. I love how it writes. I love how stickers come off of it, because that's one thing, like when I am testing stickers on the plum paper, it just doesn't always come off very well. Sometimes I will rip the paper, even though these are removable stickers. So the layout and the paper are really what make this planner a good fit for me. And then Danielle will be working 1 to 4:30. Okay, I'm gonna do a weekly vlog this week. I did a day in a life last week, so I need to edit and upload the vlog, and then Thursdays, I either wash sheets or towels. I alternate weeks, and this is a wash sheets week. And also I want to look at hardware for our house. I have a little bit of extra time on Thursdays. So, oh, and I've been forgetting to put dinners in here, but Thursdays are kind of, since I have my church small group, that's kind of like the one evening, like my husband and I, we each have dinner on our own, and I just have a little bit of extra time on Thursdays. So Thursdays is like our fend for yourself night, and I'm a vegetarian. My husband makes himself a burger every Thursday night, so he's pretty happy about that. And then on Wednesday we will have the sweet potato burritos again. That's a crock pot recipe that is really easy and really delicious. Okay, so that should be Thursday, and again, there'll be a lot more that gets filled in here, but I'm going to keep that pretty open for now. I do have, though, one of my daily habits is to plan my day, because it is easy to kind of, you can be lazy and be like, oh, I don't need to plan my day, I know what I'm doing, but it really helps me. So that is a habit that I track, actually taking the 5 minutes, because it really does not take very long, but just spending a few minutes at the start of every day to move my tasks over to time and get things kind of blocked out and figure out how I'm going to do things. And that is one thing. In the Day of the Life video that I posted last week, I did show my planner throughout the day, kind of how I was looking at it and keeping track with it as I went through the day. So that is a very sticky, very crooked sticker. And I also realized too, I guess since I'm not strictly selling on Etsy anymore, I should make these into like Fern Creek stickers. I need to change that for myself. And then I'll have Instagram and YouTube posts, because I am trying to be, during the school year, I was very erratic with my social media, and I'm trying to be more consistent with that. So I'll have a weekly vlog and then a memory spread. And then I'm not going to have anything. Yeah, I guess my to-do list for now will be totally open for Friday, which gives me a lot of flexibility there and will let me fill in once I have a sense of what I actually need to do and where I am in terms of things. Because stuff too, like even designing the stuff for the new planners, especially since I'm making like stuff for all 3 sizes of planners, I've started, but it takes a while to get the measurements. I have, and I will show this in the vlog, I have digital calipers that do a pretty good job giving you at least an initial sense of what the measurements are, but then you have to experiment a lot to get the measurements just right. So it's hard to predict exactly how long it will take to get all of those designed. And then I'm gonna do something kind of fun for dinner on Friday night and just make like a bunch of appetizers. I have some pretzel bites that I made that I froze half the recipe from a couple months ago, so those are in the freezer. And I think I'll make some cauliflower wings and like sweet potato fries and just kind of some appetizer-y, snacky kind of stuff for dinner on Friday. So again, this will get filled out, but I'm gonna leave it pretty empty for now because it's hard to know exactly what I'll be doing a week from today. So then let's put our workouts in for the weekend. So do weights. Let's see, these are the right size stickers that I need that aren't gonna make it look like I'm working out for 2 hours. Okay, so weights on Saturday morning and yoga on Sunday afternoon. And then we'll have meeting with our builder on Saturday morning. And church on Sunday morning, which we have still been doing virtual church. Our church has been back in person for a really long time, but we're not totally sure about going back in person quite yet. So I think that that is everything for this coming week. So thank you so much for watching this plan with me. I hope that you enjoyed it, and please subscribe if you're interested in more videos. I'm trying to post plan with me's, behind the scenes of my sticker shop, new release videos, a variety of things. So please subscribe if you want to stay tuned for what I have coming up. I hope you have a great week. Bye.